What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the episode. Today, we're going to be talking about episode 5, season 3 of The Bad Batch. But before we do get into that, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars. Don't forget, I have a membership program and a merch store. And without further ado, guys, let's get into today's episode. Now, the episode opens up with Omega waking up on the ship, seeing Hunter and Wrecker. As it's been some time, she does feel great about herself being back with the crew. Now, of course, she asks, where is Crosshair and what's going on with him? And he's actually out working on his target practicing as he hasn't held his sniper for a while, so he's working on that. But Omega does come out and she notices that his hand is trembling while he is practicing his shot, and we'll see what goes on with that and how that progresses. Then right after, Omega sees, yes, Echo, and she goes straight to him, yells his name, and gives him a big warm hug. And it was funny because he knows that Crosshair is back, and once he sees him, you hear kind of like a joking thing and saying, no hug for me. I thought that was pretty funny. Then they all sit down and have a dinner together, and Omega and Crosshair share with the Bad Batch everything that has happened on Mount Tannis, including experiments using clones. She also still has Nalise's data pad that she used to escape. However, it's not working anymore. It's encrypted and difficult to break into, especially without tech, which is mentioned. However, Crosshair used to work in the Empire and knows that plugging the pad into an Imperial port will get around the encryption. Now, he knows a remote and understaffed place. Hunter decides that he, Echo, and Crosshair will go. However, Omega is done being left behind. She wants to save the other clones and is coming as well. As they load up the Martyr for the mission, Wrecker gives Crosshair his old armor back. With that, they head to the snow-heavy planet of Barter, and it doesn't seem to be that there's anybody at the outpost. Now, Crosshair, when he does come out, he comes out in his old armor, which I thought was really cool to see him back in his old attire. Now, Crosshair mentions that there used to be raiders there, and Hunter is ticked off that Crosshair didn't give him all the intel up front, as they kind of bicker and Echo kind of breaks that up. So again, they kind of do a little bit of back and forth. They do end up finding an outpost and actually get into it and start trying to reboot everything there, so that way they can, get the schematics and get what they need, so that way they can get to Mount Tannis. Now, Crosshair does step away and ends up finding a pile of clone helmets shoved in a corner, where in the outpost, the commander Mayday cared so much for his fallen brothers, and the Empire has left these helmets with the garbage. Crosshair picks up Mayday's helmet and sets it with the other clone helmets back on their rightful place, and Hunter sees him doing this, which can tell you all the more he definitely still doesn't trust them 100%, but he sees that he is, like them. He's coming back to his full senses of being and having feelings. So then, right after, we see Omega getting the power transferred from the sensors, and the moment they're shut down, a distant rumbling immediately sounds off. Back inside, Echo gets Nalise's data pad working and is getting unease because they do feel that rumbling getting worse. Now, Crosshair and Hunter go to check out what the others are working on the data transfer. Sadly, though, her data pad only has medical records and not any of the information they were hoping for to get a location of Mount Tannis and the schematics of the base. Now, it is time for Hunter and Crosshair to hash out their feelings outside, and confronting each other, Crosshair comes clean about killing an Imperial officer, but also calls out Hunter. Crosshair risked everything to warn the Bad Batch about Hemlock in Season 2, but Hunter ignored it, in which Omega got captured. Now, before they can get into a fist fight, we see them all running out, and whatever it is shaking, it ends up being that it gives them a problem. Now, a massive ice monster called Worm bursts out of the ground, screeching to the sky, and they race back inside the outpost, which seems safe for now. Now, Wrecker chooses to go for the power box, and Omega will get the sensors up and running again, and Crosshair wants to go lure the worm away, so Hunter decides to go with Crosshair to go work together, with Echo assisting them from afar as they're doing Clone Force 99 things. Now, they all spring into action like if they were the Power Rangers. The worm heads after Hunter and Crosshair, but the plan immediately goes wrong, and Hunter falls through the ice into a chasm below, and Hunter leads the worm away from the tunnels below, while Crosshair and Batcher follow them to the surface. they do get outside the perimeter where they start trying to dig for Hunter to get him to safety. Now, meanwhile, Wrecker gets the power up again from the fuse box, yanking out Hunter from below just in time. They get the sensors up and running, and everybody is saved. The worm is gone, and the mission is over. But it was cool because at the very end, it became very wholesome where we got to hear Crosshair and see Hunter have a conversation where they didn't fight, and you see Crosshair apologizing to his brother for what he has done and how he was just only following orders and what he thought was the right thing to do. Now, overall, guys, I thought the episode was cool. There are a lot of little things that we're going to talk about throughout the week, but overall, I give the episode a 6. Let me know what your rating is from 1 to 10. Comment down below what parts were your favorite from the episode. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video, guys. Remember, for more Star Wars content like this, hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars. Don't forget to have a membership and a merch store, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.